Hey guys, I bought the car and I am so stoked. The pre-purchase inspection we did last episode totally helped me negotiate a fair price for the car. Now, as expected, there are a few things on the 964 that need a little love. Some engine work, dent removal, touch-ups, tinting, and of course wheel repair. Now, the wheels on the 964 are in pretty bad shape, and I'm considering my options for getting them fixed. So on today's episode, we're at Performance Industries in New Rochelle, New York. We're gonna show you the behind-the-scenes look at how one of the best shops in the world professionally repairs scuffed and bent rims. That's all coming up today on this episode of Drive Clean.
Inside this unmarked shop lies a maze of machines and workstations designed to diagnose, repair, rebuild, clean, paint, and even fabricate custom wheels. Working as a detailer in New York, it's common to see rims damaged from city streets, and this kills the overall aesthetics of your car. Simply replacing your rims is not the only option. George, the founder of Performance Industries, is going to walk us through the 5 steps he performs when addressing a wide variety of rim issues, including bent, scratched, and even cracked wheels, as well as simply updating the color and texture of your current rims to change the overall look and feel of your car.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, what's up?
Good to see you, man.
Nice to see you too.
What are you doing here?
Well, this is the first stage of our wheel repair process. This is just a visual inspection where we'll put it on a spindle here, spin it, and just take close observation of any damage it may have. If we see any hop in it, we'll mark it that it's bent. If we see any gouges, we'll mark it that it needs a little welding. And I'll take you through the rest of the process now.
All right, so what are we doing with this machine?
Well, this machine is going to straighten this bent wheel. And in simple terms, we have a dial indicator. It's a measuring device. This is mounted on a spindle, and this wheel is perfectly centered on this spindle. So this dial indicator is going to tell us how bent this wheel is.
Now, when I touched this, it was really warm. Why is it so warm?
Well, first we'll take the chill out of the wheel. We'll heat it with a torch. Take the chill out of the wheel, and I'll keep manipulating and pressing on the low spots, maybe bringing down these couple high spots here, and reshaping this wheel, bringing it in to within factory specs. Doing this all while not compromising the structural integrity of the wheel. So Larry, once we straighten the wheel, we bring them over here and we strip them. We developed this system because when we first started out in this business, we literally used to sandblast the old finish. And we'd sit there for an hour and a half sandblasting this wheel. Well, I developed this system where we load 8 wheels at a time on these racks and drop them into the strip tank, and there's a stripping solution that's environmentally friendly, and within an hour 8 wheels are stripped of their old finish and ready for fresh powder coat. All right, now we're in the powder coating room, and you can see this is a finished product, but as you can see, we hang them like so from the valve stem. We mask off the lug bolts so we can get proper torque specs, so there's no powder coat buildup for the lug bolts. The mounting pad also gets masked off. This way there's metal to metal contact, so you don't have any powder buildup that can throw off the balance of the wheel. And the hub bore, I mean, if you've ever changed a tire and had to hit it with a sledgehammer to get it off the car, it was probably because this surface wasn't masked off and the fitment was too tight, you know? So you can see how thorough this process is, but once it's done, it's virtually a new wheel. You can't tell the difference from a new wheel out of the box or this finish.
This looks better than new. This is perfect.
But the part that you don't see, Larry, is this finish is super durable. So when you're scraping at your wheel, trying to get that brake dust off, you're gonna appreciate this process. So the final step is mounting the tire and balancing it. It's very important that you fill these with, at minimum, clean compressed air. We ideally like to put nitrogen. Nitrogen maintains the air pressure consistency over a wider temperature range, which, if you were to fill this with the typical air compressor, there's a lot of moisture in that air. So you get a lot of condensation build up on the inside of the wheel, which wintertime could freeze, could affect the life of the tire and the performance of the tire, in that it won't maintain the air pressure consistency.
And then you road force balance them afterwards?
Yeah, every wheel gets road force balanced, and the road force balance, a roller mimics the way it drives on your car. So it literally measures the force that tire is pressing against the pavement. Because if you don't have that feature, you can balance a square. Doesn't mean it's going to drive nicely on
All
the
right,
car.
so it's like you're in the car and it's
Exactly.
pretending like...
This system assures that you'll have the right ride quality, balanced or not. The road force is the key factor in determining that vibration in your steering wheel.
All right, so I bought a new Porsche. I'm really excited about it. It's got the stock rims on it. It has a bit, scratches, a little bit's bent. So what are my options?
Let's go take a look at it first.
All right, well, here it is.
Let's take a look.
So what do you think?
Larry, I don't really think it's worth putting any money into these 16s. They got some curb rash, and the amount of time we'd have to spend to refurbish them, I don't think it's a wise decision. Let's pull this thing in, put it on the lift, and measure this up. We want these crucial measurements from mounting pad to the edge of the fender, so these things fit beautiful.
Now that the car is pulled inside, we can begin working on the crucial measurements. Be sure to place the car in an area that is flat and properly lift and stabilize the vehicle before taking any measurements. With the wheel removed, George begins by measuring the size of the disc brakes. He continues by verifying the back spacing in both the front and rear parts of the hub. Back spacing is a crucial part of determining the appropriate width and offset of your future wheels. We want to benefit from the traction of a wider tire, but at the same time, we also want to avoid poking outside the fender or getting in the way of the wheel assembly housed inside. The overall vertical clearance is important to note as well, as it will factor into your rim diameter. Now, the previous owner most likely installed a set of wheels whose total diameter, this includes the wheel and tire, that was too large, which resulted in rub marks in the upper part of the fender, as you can see here.
Taking everything into consideration, I think we need to sit down and do the math and figure out what tire sizes are available for this car, because the overall diameter for the front and rear, we want it to be constant with the factory sizes. And we want to figure out what quality tire manufacturers offer a matching set front and rear in those tire sizes. So we want, on a 265, I would say 8.5, 9-inch wheel. It'll give you a nice square profile on your tire, and it'll look appropriate. But we have room to put that wide of a wheel. We do not have that room to put that wide of a tire. So we want it to look professional. We want the sidewalls to sit perpendicular to the floor. We don't want them at a 45-degree angle being stretched, or too narrow of a tire and a wide tire bubbling over the edge of the tire. So we need to do this math, figure out what tire size is available, and then we'll communicate some options here.
Based on George's recommendations, we ran some sizing options through the computer. We further narrowed our list and proceeded back to the car to confirm and to double-check the final measurements, including the bolt pattern and the center bore. This is to ensure the best possible fit.
Bore gauge, telescoping bore gauge, fasten it, make sure we're in the right spot. And then, I hate to sound obnoxious, but I don't care what any book or manufacturer tells me. I have this measurement, and this is what I'm going off of. The overall diameter is very, very close to your factory specs. You won't have any clearance issues. They're going to fit beautiful. You're going to have less sidewall roll. So this is a real great plus size option for you. The only question now is, according to those measurements, do we go with a boutique custom built wheel that I make, or do we go with a reputable aftermarket brand that can meet these specs that I measured? when I do the math and figure out the offset, is there a brand out there that offers that offset for this car? And we need to research that and weigh your options.
George and the guys over at Performance have been amazing at helping me figure out what my different wheel options are. Now, I've spent a little time thinking about the style rim that would best fit my 964, and in the end, we decided on the OEM Cup 1 wheels to keep that Porsche feel, but George and I wanted to make the look a bit different with a fresh bronze powder coat, and I couldn't be happier. For a PDF of the top 5 measurements needed to determine the best wheel fitment and to check out our gallery of our favorite wheel designs, visit ammonyc.com.
Well, that's it for me, guys. Thanks again for watching another episode of Drive Clean right here on the Drive Network.
This is a true story. The first set of wheels I did for a Lamborghini Murcielago, he said he wanted what the industry standard at that time was. I said, let me do the math. So I went back to do my math. I said, I'm sorry, that's not, it's not within 3% of that overall diameter. It's gonna affect your differentials. And I almost lost the job because how could all these big companies be wrong? I said, look, I did my math and I know what I'm comfortable putting on your car, and this is all I'm comfortable putting on your car. Sure enough, he listened to me, and within 4 months, the forums were flooded with guys in their Murcielagos burning up their differentials because of the wrong tire sizes. Yeah. So this information is crucial.